morning, dear students. Hope you are all doing good. You are safe in home now. So in the last class we have studied about synthetic fibers. What are synthetic fibers? What are natural fibers? Their examples. And so today we will see that some of the other synthetic fibers such as polyester and acrylic and other plastics. In the last class we have dealt with nylon, rayon, isn't it? So today we will start with another synthetic fiber. So that is polyester. Okay. So polyester is another type of synthetic fiber or artificial fiber or man-made fiber. So poly means we already know that poly means many. So ester is a chemical which has a fruity smell. Ester is a chemical which has a fruity smell. So that chemical, many esters are polymerized. Many esters are combined to form a polyester. Okay, these polyester have a wonderful properties, so that it does not wrinkle easily. It does not wrinkle. For example, some dress materials, even you did not iron it, even you did not press it, it does not wrinkle easily and it remain crisp. It remain crisp. Gari gari agiratte. Iron madod beda. So it is so very crisp and it does not wrinkle easily and it is easy to wash. It is easy to wash and it gets dried up easily. Bega ಒಣಗುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತು ಬೇಗ ವಾಶ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. So it is easy to wash. So many dress materials are of the quality of polyester. Are prepared from the polyester. One example for the polyester is terylene. Terylene is a type of polyester used to make dress materials which can be made into very fine threads. Very fine threads are fibers and then it is made into beautiful variety colored yarn. From that dress materials were made. Okay, and another type of polyester is called as PET. You already know what is PET. So but expansion of PET we didn't know. That is polyethylene terephthalate. Okay, that is shortly called as PET. So you might have used Tupperware bottles, utensils, kitchenwares, isn't it? And then films, and then wires. Okay, so these are some of the materials or articles which are prepared from polyethylene terephthalate, which is a type of polyester. And so another type of polymers, another type of synthetic fibers such as polycot. So these are pure synthetic fibers, whereas polycot, polywool, terrycot is a mixed type of fiber, where here both synthetic fibers and natural fibers are mixed to prepare a material. Okay, to prepare an article. For example, polycot is prepared by mixing up of polyester and cotton. It is a mixed fiber which is made from both the synthetic fiber and natural fiber. And in the same way, polywool, mixture of polyester and wool. Okay, natural wool. And terrycot, it is a mixture of terylene synthetic fiber and cotton natural fiber. Like this, so mixture of both synthetic fiber and that is a natural fiber we can get. Pure synthetic fiber like polyester also can be used. So then next synthetic fiber is acrylic. I told that rayon is called as artificial silk. In the same way, acrylic is called as artificial wool or synthetic wool. So for example, wool from the sheep, cow, horse, yak, etc. which are prepared from the natural fibers, they are very costly. They are very expensive, isn't it? So in place of that, we can prepare the acrylic fibers, which is very much similar to that of the natural wool, which are very much similar to that of the natural wool. For example, sweater shawls are made from acrylic sweaters and acrylic shawls which are made from artificial fibers can be obtained. So then we are dependent so much now on the synthetic fiber than the natural fiber. Why? Why the synthetic fibers are much dependent than the natural fibers? Natural fibers we cannot use, okay, because sometimes it is very costly. It cannot be affordable. It is very costly. It cannot be affordable, and it does not obtain in variety of colors. We cannot get in variety of colors, isn't it? So the advantages of synthetic fibers over natural fibers. Advantages of synthetic fibers is they are very cheap. They are very cheap, are very cost effective. Low cost sigat namige. It is very much cost effective, and variety of colors, designs we can get in the natural synthetic fibers, whereas in natural fibers we cannot see such a variety. And it is more durable. Jasti badike barutte namage. Okay, so it is more durable, and it is easy to maintain. It does not wrinkle easily. It does not wrinkle easily. It is easily dried up. So it takes less water to wash. So that's why it is easy to maintain, and it is affordable. Common man, so lower group of people can also buy this synthetic fibers. When compared to the natural fibers, it is easily affordable. It is very cheap, and it dry up easily. If we are in hurry, for some work, so it is dried up easily, and it is readily available in variety of colors and designs. It is readily available in variety of colors and designs. In this way, synthetic fibers are more advantageous than the natural fibers. So these natural synthetic fibers and plastics, they are prepared. From where we can get that? From the petrochemicals. They are synthesized or manufactured from the petroleum origin. From the petroleum origin, the byproducts of petroleum, petroleum byproducts, so we can manufacture the synthetic fibers and plastics. So they are from the origin petrochemicals. And so what are the disadvantages of synthetic fibers? So many advantages we have seen. Now we will see some of the disadvantages of synthetic fibers. Okay, synthetic fibers are dangerous. Are dangerous when we use in the kitchen, or when we use in the laboratories, and when we are using the puja room, because it get melt easily. It melts up easily. You take the natural fiber, that is a pure cotton saree, and a terylene, so piece of cloth. You take from the tailor. A piece of pure cotton, pure silk, and so plastic mixed, or terylene polyester cloth, and you heat it. Which one melts easily? The synthetic fibers which are made from the polyester, terylene. Okay, so they melt easily, so that they will stick to the body. Once they melt, they stick to the body and cause very much damage to our body. So avoid using kitchen wares. Tell your mom to avoid using the synthetic fibers wearing in the kitchen. And plastics. Next is this is the main and disadvantages of the synthetic fiber over the natural fiber. Whereas natural fiber is safe, it does not melt that much easily, that much quickly, so that we can avoid the damage, avoid the fire accidents. Okay. So next we will move on to the plastics. Okay. So nowadays, everything, a house when you see, it is full of 90% materials or articles we are using are from plastics, isn't it? So why these plastics are widely used? The same reason, it is more durable. It is available in variety of colors. These plastics are polymers. These plastics are also polymers made up of a chemical of many units. For example, these units are arranged in a linear fashion. So plastics may be synthesized or manufactured, so by arranging the monomers in the linear fashion or in the cross-linked fashion plastics are more advantageous because they can be recycled easily, they can be reused, it is melted and it is formed into another design, another color, and we can reuse it. We can color with different colors, we can melt it easily, and it can be rolled into sheets, it can be melted and made into sheets or wires. Okay, so these are advantages of plastics. That's why we are using plenty of plastics today. And so when we see, there are two types of plastics are there. When we see even home articles only, you can get the two types of plastics. One is the thermoplastics and another one is the thermosetting plastic. What are thermoplastics? Thermoplastics are the plastics which melts easily. So, for example, polythene covers which we buy from the things from the shop. That is polythene covers and polyvinyl chloride pipes, PVC pipes, polyvinyl chloride. These can be melted easily. These can be melted or deformed easily. Whereas thermosetting plastics are the plastics on heating or melting also it does not get melt easily. It does not get melted. Example, bakelite and melamine. For example, if you see your cooker handles, so we will heat it on a stove for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour like that, isn't it? So even when we keep that plastic handle on the stove, it doesn't melt. So they are poor conductors of heat and electricity. That's why these thermosetting plastics are used in the electric switches. Okay, electric switches, your Tupperware bottles, floor tiles it is used, and cooker handles, toothbrushes handles. Okay, toothbrushes. So in that, these thermosetting plastics are used. Okay, these are melted easily. These will not melt easily, and this melamine is a very versatile plastic. This is very versatile plastic, which is a very pure conductor of heat and electricity, used in the electric switches and cooker handles. So and these plastics are non-reactive. For example, in earlier days, to keep the pickles, they used to find out the mud pot, isn't it? China dish or mud pot. Pingadi battalli uppinkaina idta idru, adu halagodilla anta heli. But nowadays, plastics are very much widely used. So to keep the things like to keep the pickles and all, isn't it? Because now we are getting the airtight plastic containers, in which the air does not enter, and like the metals, it does not corrode. Okay, like the metals, it does not corrode. Rustidiolilla. Okay, it does not corrode, and so it is very lightweight to keep or to take somewhere. It is very lightweight and it is very strong. It is unbreakable. It is not breakable easily like a glass, mud pot, etc. Isn't it? Muddy things, like glass, so it does not. It is not brittle. It is strong material and it is more durable. And it is a poor conductor of heat and electricity. So because of these reasons, plastics are widely used nowadays. Okay, for example, chairs, tables, okay, whatever, what not. Okay, 90% of our home articles, house articles are made of plastic only. Okay, so dear student, this completes the chapter synthetic fibers and plastics. So you have to complete your exercise. In the next class, we will start the new lesson. Thank you.